Yeah, you got this, brother. Go.
Hi, I am Robert. For those of you who don't know me like that, if you don't know, I am a musician. I play the piano, the drums, and I sing a little bit as well. Today I'm going to be, my objective is to teach you about music theory. Now, music theory is so broad that I picked out 3 particular things that I believe are fundamental in beginning to learn about music and how music is actually made. Because no matter what genre you listen to, all of it is connected because of music theory, how it's written and how it's composed. And those 3 things I'm going to talk about are first scales, then the number system, and then lastly chords and how to make chords. So the first thing is scales. What is a scale? It's pretty much a ladder of notes. It's defined as a ladder of notes. I like to think of it as a staircase. Take this picture, for example. You have all of these notes, and let's start in the key of C. In either a major or minor scale, there are 8 notes. Picture this as a staircase. You're at the first step, and then if you go to the very next step, you're going to be at C sharp. Now, let's say you're at that staircase and you say, no, I don't want to take the next step. I'm going to go to the one after that. That will be defined as a whole step because you skipped one. So if you go to the very next one, that's a half step. Go to the one after that, that's another half step. But if you start here and you skip to the very next one, that is a whole step. Now, the number system. This one is very simple as far as remembering that. I'm going to keep using C as the example key because it has no sharps and no flats. So you have 1, and then the next note would be D, E, F, G, A, B, and then right back to C. So it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Once you, the difference between major keys and minor keys when it comes to chords is a major chord, you could listen to something and, something being played in a major key could be exciting or happy and make you feel full of joy, while as a minor key, somebody playing in a minor key, it could be something that's kind of sad or real dark and sorrowful or something like that. So to build a chord, you start with the key that you're in. You're going to start with C. And if you're playing in a major key, you're going to take the major third. So 1, 2, 3. It's the major third. Then you're going to add the major fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got C, you got E, and you got G. Now, to make play a minor chord, all you have to do is take this note right here, the major third, and drop it down a half step. So instead of playing, you're in the key of C, instead of playing the E, you're going to play an E flat. And that is the difference between major and minor chords. Now, the reason I felt like sharing the difference between chords with you is because if you take this information and you actually apply it, and you learn the difference between major and minor, learn how to play different chords, I guarantee you will never listen to music the same again. And if you learn, if you can play a major or minor chord, you can literally play anything. As well as if you learn the number system, you'll also be able to know eventually as you progress and keep practicing, you'll also be able to like I said, you'll be able to play anything. And you'll also be able to know which chord is being played based off of whatever note you hear, like in the bass. If somebody's playing something on the bass, you'll know which note that is. But it takes practice and dedication. So, in conclusion, you learn about scales, you learn about the number system, and you learn about chords. And I share this with you to be able to help you learn about about music and actually know the science behind, you know, what you're actually listening to. So you'll actually know what you're listening to instead of hearing something that's like, oh yeah, it has a cool beat. You'll actually have an understanding, okay, that this is actually an art, and it is a piece of work and a piece of art instead of just something you hear on the radio.